man, he just went a little too big.
Good.
It's a fucking big jump, dude.
Oh,
Nice work, boys. I've never driven a rig that big on a road that crazy in my life.
The boys are back in big water, man. It's, I love it here. It feels like we're literally on a different planet, and every time we come here, it makes me happy. So staying in the desert's been cool. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, and it is cold and rainy there, so being out here in the sunshine is awesome.
Helping us with water. Charging my e-bike every freaking day. Dude's an absolute hero.
What a legendary zone. Kind of like being on the moon. It's quite a trip. This place is pretty unspoken for. A lot of new things out here, so I think we're gonna come out here and try to pioneer some new stuff.
Spent the day shovel in hand, shaping some jumps and kind of picking out the lines that we think our athletes crew and Levi are gonna want to hit, trying to find things that they can collaborate on, which honestly is a massive challenge.
Found out some new tech. Bang the crap out of the rocks with the blunt side of a shovel in it. Dampens the lip because it's straight sand and then rock.
This stuff is thick, like it's not even sand, to be honest. I think it's clay. Like I was told by one of the local legends, Ian, that these guys come out here and they grab 5-gallon buckets of this stuff, sift out all the rocks, and they directly use it to make their pottery. Like it's literally clay. If you get it wet enough, Levi's gonna pick out some zones that he's really interested in hitting, and we'll build out some new lips and let him go to town on those and see what he can come up with. We're really, really excited to see what this young slayer can do on a bike. Levi is an absolute slayer. This kid rides Starkvard. He's the first kid in the world to backflip a Sur-on 75 feet. And we're really, really honored to have him and his skills and his abilities on this project.
We knew we wanted the last couple hits to be filmed during sunset. We planned it. That's when the best light was gonna be. And it was kind of an all hands on deck moment, knowing that we only had a little bit of time. The light was gonna be perfect for a short amount of time. There was a couple problems we had to address right away. We had to get a little bit of pop out of the runway. We had to, just dial things in with just last minute, tweaks. And he was able to make those adjustments and nail the jump.
Oh, I got the shot, dude. You're a legend. You?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that was so sick. Nicely done.
This kid freaking laced it, is just absolutely sending it over this first time hit that he's just finally scoped out and figured out. And it was amazing. I think we got some really beautiful shots. I'm hyped on the way Levi performed, and lo and behold, the night's coming to an end, the lighting's kind of died down. We're like, all right, let's call it for the evening, and Levi's all, yo, like, I kind of want to hit this other lip.
Honestly, I'm not even tripping, bro. I'm just gonna hit this bullshit.
It's crazy, huh? He says,
He said, yo, I think he's just gonna run it.
He's gonna run it.
Run it. We got one more running.
Like, it looks really good. I'm kind of feeling it. And, Levi was having a really good time. He was absolutely sending it. It was a heavy, awesome day. And, yeah, after a couple run-ins and trying to test the speed, he finally decided to give it a pop. And, man.
Oh, shit.
After a couple run-ups, a couple speed checks, he was just like, okay, I'm gonna send it. I think I know how fast I need to go. It was all kind of, spur of the moment thing. Like I said, we weren't gonna sesh that jump until the following morning. Peder and I were not even in a place really to like set up and film. It was kind of just like, okay, man, yeah, send it. We're gonna turn the cameras on. We'll get what we can get, the magnitude of these jumps and at this level, it can go sideways in a moment.
Shit.
And what was supposed to be, you know, just a sick little like warm-up whip line ended up being the end of his trip here.
Might be ankle because it got stuck under, but I'm moving it.
You're moving it?
It's a big jump.
That's a fucking big jump, dude.
He just went a little too big, and he just didn't expect it to be as big as it was. You know, he popped up a whip, got it sideways, and as he came down out of the air, like he realized he just was way too high in the air, and he tried his best to overcorrect. But again, with this clay landing, the softness of this stuff, the unpredictability of this stuff, it reached up and it grabbed him.
Can you move it in that at all?
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
moving right now. Yeah,
Maybe
I thought.
that could be some adrenaline shit out.
I know, yeah. Look at that. She lives again.
Do we have a tape measure?
Is that on video?
Yes.
Do you want me to
Fuck
bring a
yeah.
tape?
Dude, your heart drops. Like, this kid came out and he was pushing the limits on an environment that hasn't been pushed like that, you know? And sometimes Mother Nature has a really wild way of reminding us like who we are and what we are on this planet. And Levi had a really stoic and calm way of handling that reminder. But I mean, that kid's a trooper, you know? Like, he already was saying in the first couple minutes, and obviously it's the adrenaline kicking in, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna hit this tomorrow. And when we realized his bike was super torqued and there was no way he was gonna ride, you know, his first call is like, yo, dude, we gotta come back. I wanna hit that jump again. Like, there's gotta be a redemption,
So after the crash and after a meeting between Peder and I, you know, we really sat down and reevaluated, like, are we doing things correctly?
I don't think for a moment I've stopped to ask myself, like, one of these athletes, or ask any one of these athletes, like, what is it that you want to do? I think repeatedly I found myself asking these athletes, like, yo, dude, we found this zone. Can you find something in these zones? Can you find something in this area that we want to shoot? And that feels very one-sided. As a director and as a producer, as a cinematographer, like, I absolutely have a vision, but I think that part of my job is being able to execute and produce the vision of the athlete and help them create something that we're both proud of, something that we're both super into. And the only way to do that is have it as a collaborative effort.
We're learning that maybe it's our vision and our trying to make big water work that is the actual issue here. Although I love this place, it is magical, and there's been absolute banger parts thrown down here. It's a dirt bike riders, mountain bike riders paradise. It might not fit the athletes that we have for this film, the friends we have for this film. We have to let them guide us in some of this, in the way they want their part to go.
Fuck, this line is insane. It looks fucked up here.
Yeah, it's a gnarly steep line, dude.
Alright.
Alright, buddy, call dropping whenever you're ready and enjoy the ride.
3, 2,
dropping. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, buddy.
What the fuck?
That was so nasty, dude.
So today we called a big family meeting between myself, Peder, and crew, and just really put the ball more in his court. I mean, I feel like we've kind of been like, show up to the place we want you to show up and perform, and that's not how we're gonna be successful in this. That's not how we want it's not how we want to treat the athletes that give so much for us. So putting the ball in his hand, we're like, where do you want to go? What's going to make you the most stoked? What's going to make your part stand out? What's going to make it personal to you? And what's going to make you love filming it? And we had to make the decision we're going back to Virgin.
What are we doing? Locking gates and sneaking onto properties. Never driven a rig that big on a road that crazy in my life. I literally thought Noah's Ark was tipping over. Well, they sent us out here to the middle of the frickin' desert, and they said that if we parked in the right spot, there'd be an established trail. And that if we just follow that trail, we would hit the drum. And they were right. There's actually an established trail here in the middle of the desert.
Hit a couple film sessions over the last couple days, and you could really see the outcome that we were looking for leaving Big Water. I mean, it was, like I said before, it's literally out there. It felt like a square peg, round hole situation. It just wasn't really working out the way we wanted. So when you take the time to pivot, readjust your true north, you know, put your heads together and find a solution, it really was come back to the home of crew and let him just sesh the lines that he wants to sesh, the jumps that he builds with the people that he rides with.
That is sick.
Yeah, Virgin's been freaking great, actually. Crew has been just absolutely sending it. He took us to a couple of his local spots, brought in a couple of his homies. The homie Gnarly Arlie came out, threw some backflips with Crew. It's such a beautiful zone. We're so stoked to be back in the Zion area and back in Crew's hometown.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. This is hard. It's hard in a lot of really awesome ways, and it's exactly the type of hard that we set out to find, but we found it.
I don't want to call it smoothness because that's just it's unexpected in this world. It can't be smooth, but things are feeling good. I think we're finding a pace. We're catching our pace. Every foot is moving forward, regardless if it's uphill or downhill. Sometimes sideways or backwards. You got a 270 or 540 out of that. Whatever you got to do to stomp it, we're gonna keep moving forward. And we're gonna keep sending it. So.
That's how we did it back then. No cheap shots, no sweetheart, no fireworks. Just a good right hook, a firm handshake with destiny, and a kind of lesson a guy don't